What's up guys, Saf here on SuperSaf TV and welcome to another episode of Unboxing Time. Mystery unboxings of cool tech and whatever else anybody has sent me. We've got a bunch of boxes. I don't think we had an episode last month, so this month we're gonna have 2 episodes. Black Friday is coming up. There's lots of great deals. Now remember, if you want to pick up any of the items featured in this video, those will all be linked in the description below. And if you want to send something yourselves for a future episode, that address will also be in the description below. Let's not waste any time and let's get straight to it. And the first box we've got here is from HP, who are sponsoring this video, so a big thanks to them. Let's see what they've said. So we've actually got 3 products from HP. The first is the Omen Mindframe. Then we've got the Omen Sequencer, the optical mechanical gaming keyboard. And we also have the Omen Reactor, the optical mechanical gaming mouse. Let's initially take a look at the Omen Sequencer keyboard. It's really fast, so you've got 0.2 milliseconds response time, 0 input lag, and it's up to 10 times faster via the optomechanical keys. Those keys really do feel good. Build quality is also very premium. It's made out of aluminium. And then we've got this really dope volume control here. So we can roll this around to increase and decrease the volume. Really quite cool. Of course, we do have RGB lighting, which is fully customizable with N-key rollover and anti-ghosting. I love mechanical keyboards, they feel so good. Next up, we have the Omen Reactor mouse, which is really ergonomic and you can actually change its shape to match your comfort. So there's this little button here on the side, which is gonna push out this middle portion. And if you put it back in, then you can put it down. So that's pretty cool. Once again, you do have RGB lighting, which you can customize. And you've got smooth movement thanks to this metal cable, which is really quite dope. And of course, there is also DPI control. And finally, we've got the Mindframe Advanced Gaming Headset, which is really cool, pun intended. And that's because it's got active cooling technology within the headset. I need to check this out. So the inside of these stay really cool. So of course, if you're somebody who's gaming a lot, then headphones can warm up quite a bit, especially when they're over-ear headphones. But with these, they're gonna stay pretty cool inside. And they're also really comfortable. We've got these fabric ear pads, which feel really, really nice. Premium build quality, and of course, RGB lighting, which is very important. There's also a volume control here on the right ear cup, which is very, very easy to access. So those are some really cool products from HP, and there's actually a 15% offer on right now through to 2nd of December on all 3 of these. There's gonna be details of that offer in the description below, so definitely go ahead and check it out. Once again, a big thanks to HP for sponsoring this episode of Unboxing Time. Right, moving on, we've got this little package here. Aha! So this is actually the Xiaomi Mi 8 Pro, which has just launched in the UK. Oh, and check that out. This looks so dope with that transparent back. Now, as well as the phone inside the box, you do get a clear case, of course, to go with the clear phone. You've got a user guide, there's the fast charger, a USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable, SIM card ejector tool, USB Type-C to 3.5mm converter, and that's because the Xiaomi Mi 8 Pro does not have a 3.5mm headphone jack. This is something that we're not seeing on many devices now. Now let's take a closer look at this phone. Get rid of the plastic. So satisfying. And we've got this really cool transparent design which reveals the internals of the smartphone, and I am a huge fan of this design. My buddy Zach from Jerry Rig Everything has been making clear phones for quite some time, and it's great to see that a manufacturer is now officially doing this. There is a bit of a catch. This circuit board that you see here is not actually real. It's only for display purposes. The real circuitry is actually inside, but regardless, it does still look really dope. Now, apart from the awesome design at the back, at the front, there is a 6.21-inch AMOLED display. We do have a notch and we do have a chin, however, but you do have an in-display fingerprint scanner, and internally, this does have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor with 8GB of RAM and dual 12-megapixel rear-facing cameras. Now, what's most impressive is that this retails for £500 here in the UK. That comes in the same price as the OnePlus 6T, and I really think OnePlus need to be worried, because at that price point for flagship specs, there wasn't really much else out there apart from the OnePlus 6T, but now we've got this new kid in the block and things will be really interesting. Let me know if there's any particular coverage that you'd like me to do with the Xiaomi Mi 8 Pro. Looks like a very promising device. Right, let's see what we have next. Ooh. Of course, we've got some dope cases from Spigen for the iPhone XR. Now, I've actually been using the Liquid Air for a couple of weeks. Love that case, really comfortable, not too bulky, but it also gives you some great protection. But if you do have the iPhone XR, then you might want to go for the Ultra Hybrid, which is a clear case so you can show off those colors. There's two versions of the Ultra Hybrid. There's one which is completely clear, and there's one that has the back clear but has a bit of a black border. Both of these look really, really dope. I'm going to be linking them in the description below. Definitely check them out. Can always recommend Spigen cases. Cheers, Spigen. Moving on, we've got quite a big package here. Okay, initially, I thought this was a flamethrower, but it's not. It's not. It is the Unu, no idea how to say this. Onu, I think. D18 cordless stick vacuum cleaner. Awesome. And here is everything that you get inside the box. Of course, there is the handheld vacuum cleaner itself, the main unit, but then you've got all of these different attachments, as well as a wall bracket so you can mount this on the wall. Let's plug in one of these. Sounds really good as well. There's of course a long pipe in here if you want to use this upright with the motorized brush unit here at the bottom. So this should cover all bases, and there's one of these too. This is so awesome. I currently have an upright vacuum cleaner, the full heavy one, and it's just such a mission to take it out. Because this is cordless, you can just have it plugged in and just pull it out whenever you need. This retails for around $130, which is pretty reasonable. I'll be linking it in the description below. Thank you. I don't know how to say the company name, but thank you for sending this over. Right, moving on. Smaller box this time. Ooh, interesting. A VidCam car DVR driving recorder. So this looks like it's a dash cam. It does have a Sony sensor, a wide 170-degree angle of view, and it's 1080p, which is great. Of course, a bunch of accessories to get it all linked up, a very long cable to actually power this up too. And here is the dash cam. You've got a pretty large display as well, so you can see what's being recorded. And I absolutely love dash cams. They're so useful. I had an incident a few days ago, and I'm so glad I actually had a dash cam so I could look back and see exactly what happened. Got mini USB in, but you're not really going to be changing this around much, so that's fine. AV in, there is the card slots as well as the power button. You've got a few different controls here as well, so you can go through all of the different settings and things like that. Cheers, VidCam. Next box is... This is the Betty Glow SE, Wake Up Naturally. So this is kind of like a smart alarm clock. You can set up to 4 alarms. It's got a backup battery, FM radio aux in, DSD adjustment, weather report with the app, as well as white noise generator. Interesting. Just go ahead and power this up. You can see the time here. We've got a little speaker portion and also a light portion here. We can change the light. This purple pink sort of light looks pretty cool, and the color actually rotates, so going to a bit of a blue to a green. The all important 2 USB plugs here, that's really cool, so you can charge your devices while you've got them here, and you've got a bunch of controls here at the top. Looks pretty cool. Cheers. And finally, we've got a box here from Google. It says a big G on here. Google Home, hashtag Google Home. All right, interesting. Let's open this up. Ooh, it's the Google Home Hub. Oh yeah. So this, for those of you guys who don't know, was announced with the Google Pixels this year, and it's basically a Google Home, now with a display. Of course, that opens up lots of possibilities. Google Home Hub, hands-free help at home. A few of the key features here, and what's great about this is that you'll now be able to see things on the display, such as the weather, maybe your upcoming appointments. Previously, of course, with the Google Home, you'd have to keep asking it or keep pulling out your phone. This does not have any cameras either. Comes with some pretty straightforward stuff. There is the Google Home Hub itself with some paperwork and a power brick. Right, so I've gone ahead and set up the Google Home Hub. You can see here that we've got a 7-inch display, and this kind of adds a new dimension to your Google Home experience. So for instance, if I ask it, hey Google, what's the weather like today?
In Leicester tonight, it's predicted to be 9 degrees Celsius and cloudy. Currently it's 9 and cloudy.
So not only has it told me what the weather is like, but it's also visually shown me what it's like, and it's also given me a few options so I can just tap there rather than having to ask it again. Now if you've got other smart home devices around the house, then once again you're going to be able to control those visually here. So for instance, if you've got smart light bulbs like I have, then you can switch those on and off using this touchscreen display. And you can also watch YouTube videos, maybe follow some recipes or something on here. Play some music, of course, through Spotify, YouTube Music, etc. And there's also an ambient sensor here at the top, so the display is gonna adjust depending on the lighting inside your room. And also when it's not being used, it can act like a bit of a digital photo frame, so it can display photos from either your Google Photos gallery, so maybe you've got an album with your family and you can have those playing there, or it can also pick up some default images if that's what you want. The speaker portion is here at the back, and this is available in lots of different colors. I've got the gray version here. So a pretty cool product here from Google, especially if you're invested in that whole Google Home ecosystem, which I definitely am. Let me know what you guys think of this, and that's all we have time for in this episode of Unboxing Time. What did you think of the products covered today? Is there anything that you'd like me to cover in more detail? Definitely let me know in the comments below, and if you want to pick up any of the items featured in this video, of course those will be linked in the description below, as will the address if you want to send something yourselves for a future episode. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then do hit that thumbs up button for me, and if you haven't already and you want to see more videos like this, then make sure you do subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss the updates, because a lot of people seem to be missing the updates these days. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.